We're gonna... We'll be back again. That's the 4th time it's happened tonight. Word to God. Yep. It's pretty much... I don't know. It's gonna be just what we're gonna have to deal with for today. Because... really, it's, you know... Windows. Just Windows. That's all that really can be said. Just Windows is stupid. Right. Right there. It's just one of those things that I've had to deal with for quite a while, dealing with Windows in general, is that just it loves to prioritize itself rather than anything else. There's no such thing as a background. There's no such thing as a background action with Windows. It's either all it does or nothing else. There's no such thing as a background. What'd you call it? Background programs, background operation. And it was never always like that, too. Back in the day, in the old days of Windows, there was a time where, when a background animation, a background program actually did minimal things. It was like, oh, I'll just work on things when you're not doing anything. Oh, you seem busy. I will just stop what I'm doing and wait for you to finish. The good old days. Now Windows pretty much says, no, we're gonna do what I want to do right now. Really has nothing to do with Twitch either. It has everything to do with my computer just likes to grab all the resources. Yeah, Windows is like, hell what you want to do, I want to do what I want to do. Exactly. Exactly what Windows does. Grabs every single gigabyte, every single byte that it could get its hands on, and uses it for its own means. And it will tank the computer if it wants to. There. Yeah, it's very easy to assume that it's Twitch, because Twitch has been having issues lately. But in the case of this problem that we're having, this is all Windows. It will probably go on for maybe another 30 minutes, where we'll get drop frames, but it's usually because after this is pretty much I've watched this happen a couple of times, so I kind of know what the program's how it's kind of set up. What happens is first you update. First thing the computer does is update the operating system. Once it gets the operating system updated, then it has to go through all the minor programs that that Windows has, like Windows Defender, Windows Antivirus, Windows Malware, Heck, it will even do Windows camera. It'll go through all the different built-in to Windows programs and just update them one by one, which means your computer is going to be updating for quite a while. As it's prioritizing all these other minor programs in the background. Holy crap, he came from the ground. He came from the ground. Why did he come from the ground? Jesus. You can choose when you update. Now you can go into the settings and choose when to update. The problem is that I shut my computer off when I'm not using it. So your Pro's gonna keep bugging you. Yeah, because I shut my computer off when I'm not using it. It means that when I go to start my computer, if there's an update, it completely takes over the entire operation of everything. And I do that to save money on electricity. I don't need to be spending like $150 every single month on electric bills. Because I've got a pretty beefy computer, and it will pull a lot of energy if I leave it on, even when it's in sleep mode. When I was struggling in the city, I unplugged everything. Yes, exactly. That's kind of what I do. I just shut it down when I'm not using it. That way, it's pulling minimal power. Got my electricity down to like $50. You cannot shoot me. It's freaking. We got both of them over here now. One's shooting at me from the ground. The other one's trying to shoot me from the air. Down there. Add a hatch to this thing. Now we're gonna have to go and get magnetite. So we'll have to go back to the surface. When we do that, we'll grab materials for the rocket and build that while we're up there. $25 is from them delivering me the electricity. They're gonna come provide me electricity today. Yeah. Yeah, most of that. I went right past it. I went right past it. Most of the cost is from them. Is from the infrastructure. Another part of the cost is from them making, updates to their system, which, I mean, let's be honest, slowly going out of date. So it's really from them spending money on all the people who go out there and try and fix what is broken. Still a whole 50%, right? Yeah. I mean, technically, some of the electric companies could probably save a lot of money if they just decide to spend the money to fully upgrade their system. Essentially hit the restart button on the entire grid. But it would mean having to take the grid down in certain spots, which means certain people wouldn't have electricity for a couple days. And they really don't want to do that, which is understandable, but also, you know, the long run, it would fix a lot of the problems. Then they wouldn't have to spend as much money trying to maintain it, being held together by duct tape. I don't have titanium, nor do I have quartz. Let's do right here. Thing is too, we shouldn't be paying for electricity. I just sell it for the other electric companies. Yeah. You're gonna. Of course. Dropping. Come on, computer. Finish up what you're trying to do and leave me be. Bug. Budgeting. Right? Yeah, we'll never understand. Never understand. But, you know, what can you do? Computer is pretty. The computer kind of hiccups, and then it's fine. Hiccups some more, and then it's fine. I'm hoping that whatever Windows is trying to do, it gets over it soon. I really do. Because then we can all move on. We're gonna go grab ourselves the materials that we need for the rocket, and then we're going to, while we're up there, get magnetite, come back down here, make a power source. Some new font, yeah, probably something like that. Probably trying to update to, you know, download new font, or downloading something that really does not need to be done right now. That's probably what the computer's doing. I really wish they would go back to the way Windows used to be, so that we can shut we can shut up the update function so that it doesn't update unless we want it to update. Like, oh yeah, I'm not doing anything right now. Feel free to update right now. Heck, maybe even a smart function where it shows that you're using a program that is using quite a bit of the game's resources. Oh, maybe I shouldn't update right now. Miss the days like that. The update you could put off until the next new one comes out. This way, be like, no bugs with the update. Yeah. Allows you to kind of check out how it's working on other people who are brave enough to take the update, and be like, yeah, it makes it even more buggy than usual. And then you'd be like, okay, well, then I won't update then. I'll wait until the next one where they fix it. That used to be how that's how it was for XP. Windows XP, that's how you could do it. You just be like, I'll skip this update until I find out if it breaks everything or not. Kind of like with Java updates, exactly. Yeah, Java updates do that. You can completely skip a Java update if you want. Bye-bye. Get back to yourself to the surface here. Yeah, when it comes to Windows and how its update system works, it almost feels like Windows 10 is like in permanent beta. You know, where pretty much every so often they come up with a fix, which usually breaks things. And then they have to come up with another update to fix what they broke, which breaks even more things. I think the initial Windows 10 update broke a lot. I think Windows 7, they skipped 8 and 9. Yeah, in fact, there is a Windows 8, but it was short-lived. It was a short-lived Windows 8. In fact, my computer I had before this one, I actually had Windows 8 on it. I didn't get a choice in the matter. I had Windows 8, and I actually went through, got myself a CD of Windows 7, and I installed that instead. I installed Windows 7 onto a Windows 8 computer. So. And that was because, because it was bad. Yeah, Windows 8 was built for tablets. It was a program built for tablets, for touch screens, and it didn't work well on a computer that didn't have a touchscreen. So, yeah. Yeah, if your laptop had, it's probably the same. That was also kind of something that Windows does. It's something that Windows does a lot. Is they will. What they'll do, actually I could probably go through that portal now to get to that base. Or I had 7, I wanted to do 8, and I'm like, no, yeah. Nobody wanted it Windows 8. Nobody wanted it. That's probably why it was short-lived and they went straight to Windows 10. Which, if I were to guess, this is just me guessing. This is from the point of view of someone who knows programmers and developers. I'm thinking they were in development of Windows 9, and they realized how much people hated Windows 8. It was probably going to be like a continuation of how Windows 8 was set up, and they completely scrapped it. Completely scrapped the project and went straight to a new version of Windows, which is Windows 10. I'm thinking Windows 9 exists, but probably in a very early stage beta, and they just completely scrapped the project completely. And they're like, nope. Moving on. They did double crap. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, the life of developing software. The problem, the big problem, the number one problem why Microsoft is the way it is, and the Windows platform in the way it is because I used to live in Seattle, so I got to see this firsthand. Windows, the Windows platform is made by a bunch of people who live in a bubble. Everybody who works for Microsoft has a Microsoft computer, they have a Microsoft phone, they have a Microsoft Xbox, they have a Microsoft computer. Barely anybody has programs outside of, made by Windows. So they have all of so they build the software with the fact that, if you've got a Windows phone, you got a Windows laptop, you got a Windows desktop, you've got an Xbox, it starts to explain all the features they add. Like, for a while they had the ability to purchase games for your Xbox through your PC or your phone. Now, for someone who doesn't own an Xbox or someone who doesn't have a Windows phone, those features are completely pointless. But they're there. Yeah, it's probably in their contract working there. It's like, you need to have a Windows phone, so we're going to issue you a Windows phone. We're going to, are you a gamer? Here's a Windows Xbox. So, as soon as you understand how that is set up, it explains a lot of their features because you design what you know, and when they're working, they're completely surrounded by Windows products. They don't, a lot of the people programming for the software don't realize not everybody has all Windows stuff. There are people with Androids, there are people with iPhones, there's people with, Apple computers. The thing I learned about Xbox is I synced it with my bro, so all his games I get for free. Yeah. There. After I park this here. Actually, I don't think I need to park it. No. Let's go up. Go up, build ourselves another section of our rocket ship here. Then we'll find out what we need for the next part. Most people get Androids, yeah. Wrong side. Most people get Androids, mostly because it's a program on your phone that has the least, that gives it takes the least amount of space. It's Android is a lot like Linux. In fact, I think Android operating system is based off of Linux. I'm not 100% sure. The problem that comes in with Linux is that if you don't know enough about computers, you can really mess up your computer. Every type of woman had an iPhone. Yeah. Okay, Cyclops shield generator, enameled glass, and a computer chip. Okay, so we need to make the Cyclops shield generator for the top part. And sploosh. Okay. Yeah, I had an iPhone once. That was short-lived. Mostly because I got an iPhone. Mostly because I was trying to get into mobile app game development. So I needed a. I was gonna make it for, Apple. I'm gonna make games for the for mobile, and well, that didn't work out. Mostly because I wasn't a really good programmer, so the game that I was making took up so many resources that pretty much tanked the game. The game ran horribly. So I was just like, well, that didn't work out. Copper. Lithium. Some sulfur. Probably put somewhere in like a. Nope. Oh, we got some magnetite. Just grab those. Just need. Ooh. Okay, we got that. We got that. What are we doing? 5 titanium. Okay, now let's go check out the Cyclops shield generator and see what we need for that. Hopefully we have the materials to do that. Yeah, we never did build one for the Cyclops. Mostly because we didn't fly it around very often. So there's no point on upgrading the survivability. Okay, advanced wiring kit. We have a power cell. Propylene, wiring kit, propylene. Advanced wiring kit. Propylene. Propylene. Gold. Hydrochloric acid. That's... Like I said, though, there was a few years ago, they found from a survey that guys prefer Android, women like iPhone. Yeah. Mostly because Android is a lot better at playing video games. And it wasn't that way when I was growing up. Very few people play video games, but nowadays, a lot of people play video. A lot of people play video. And I don't, it's a good thing and a bad thing. Good thing because, well, it means that it normalizes, the pursuit of gaming in general. But also bad because it used to be like a niche thing back in the day. No storm coming? Big culture. Yeah. Gold. Clean. Okay. Find the blueprint. Ah, here it is. Advanced wiring kit. Advanced wiring kit. Gold computer chip. Wiring. You need a wiring kit. I mean, you jump on one of the anime cons or game cons, a whole different world for some people. Yes. Pretty much, I've always been interested in groups that are different from the norm. When I was growing up, I hung around people who were... I spent a lot of time around people who were Gothic and Wiccan. So they were a different culture. I thought they were fascinating. I liked seeing the world from their point of view. Otherwise, I think everyone got nicer via game community. Yes. And then I think it was like... Then after that, then I got introduced to the gaming culture by a friend of mine who lived down the street. He had like this huge game collection. I mean, I'm talking like this guy was a major EverQuest player. He had EverQuest. He had the original Warcraft, Starcraft. He loaned them out to me. He's like, here, if you know, I know you could use your parents' computer, but here, try this game out. And I got introduced to a lot of games that way. Mostly because my parents would not buy me games. I didn't have a console. The only thing I had was a Game Boy with 2 games. So I was loaned out a lot of games through that guy. And he's partly to blame for my addiction to video games. So we need to be able to make a computer chip. Do I have a spare computer chip somewhere? I think we... Oh, I don't think we do. We're gonna have to get old school stuff. You pulled out an NES game. I forgot. But very proud to have it. Yeah.
Seek fluid intake. Vital signs stabilizing.
Yeah. Yes. Good for you. Okay, 1. Nope. Besides addictions. That's the funny thing is like among gamers, or we call it an addiction, but it's not really an addiction. It's more of like, I think that's like a funny term that we use to call it. But I wouldn't call it the by definition addiction. It's more of like a passion. It's a passion for a particular media. I think that should be a word that we should start using instead. Rather than saying we're addicted to video games, it should be more like we have a passion for video games. Which it's kind of rare to have a passion for anything. To have such a drive for a particular type of activity. Advanced wiring kit. What am I missing? Am I missing something? Oh, I need 2 gold. Yeah. Okay, so we only have 1 gold. We need to get ourselves another gold somewhere. Maybe I have it in the back of the... I don't think I do. Yeah, we're down to gold. I have to go and find one. I got a feeling I'm probably gonna have to go find... Let's go. Let's use the scanning room. See if the scanning room will show us the way. Show us the way. Gold. Show us gold, please. Excuse me? Okay, there's gold down there. I see him. Okay.
Welcome aboard. Your systems online.
This is why I have that HUD chip. If I can do this. Straight down. Straight to the gold. Oh. Okay, that's gold. Are these all? Yes, they are. They're all... We're gonna have to go and get Cyclops. Oh, shoot. Excellent, hit it. Everything's fine. Don't panic. Don't panic. I'm a gaming aficionado. Exactly. Gaming aficionado. Yeah, I would think that being a gamer is kind of like the equivalent of someone who is like someone who's into B movies. People who like B movies, or people who like independent art.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Aficionado of gaming. Right. Go down to the Cyclops. Oh,
Welcome aboard,
prawn suit.
Captain.
Prawn suit. But yeah, gaming in general, people who like to play video games is kind of the equivalent of someone who enjoys B movies, enjoys independent films, stuff like that. Some younger is like that. Yeah, hentai. Oh my god. That's some world bending stuff. That's the kind of thing where you'd be like, what the heck is this? Why does this exist? Well, we all know why it exists. I like movies. I like to watch horror ones. Yeah, horror movies. And then alone late night. Yeah. We're good. We got our gold. Let's get out of here now. Make it all the way up. Adult film. Art plus, well, adult filmmaking. Yeah. They're really what it is. The reason why it exists. Both business and their respective fields do well. Yeah. Combine the two. There you go. Okay, let's go and make an advanced wiring kit. And then I think we have everything we need. Question mark for. I think we have everything we need for the. For the rocket. Yep. I think we need to be able to make the shield.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
First handheld PC. The PSP, yeah. That real quick. Okay. Now what are we missing? Plus steel, enameled glass. Here, chip. Plus steel, enameled glass. Do I have enameled glass already? Got glass. Probably need enameled glass. Got taken so fast once my found out what it was used for. Yep. We need teeth. We need teeth. Where'd my teeth go? Teeth are over here. Yep, okay. Eating. Glass. And we need to make a plasteel ingot. Okay, we don't need multiples, we just one.
intake recommended.
Have I ever played Pit People? No, but I have heard of it. I have heard of Pit People. It almost it's one of those games where it feels like a turn-based RTS, right? I think that's why I remember it. Okay, there we go. Okay, so make a plasteel ingot. 3, 4, 5, 7, 10. It's funny. I played it first time last night after seeing my bro play it. Nice. Lithium. Ingot. And I think we have everything. Got a permadeath feature that I'm using. Nice. And a computer chip, which requires gold and more gold. The copper wiring. Oop. And then the rocket will be finished. Then we're gonna have to figure out what we're gonna do. Where we're gonna build our where we're gonna build a base. I'm thinking dunes. I'm thinking we're building dunes. His name is. Ow. One. Here. No, there's. A horde of people come and say, kill the parents, burn the house down, and eat children. Oh God. My God. Hey. Thank you. Yeah. We're gonna have to shut down the scanner. Don't need it anymore. We're not burning power. There we go. That real quick. Back down here. Computer chip. I think that's everything. Should be everything. And the kid runs into the house. The bells. It's funny because like the narrator is like, here dies, and since you don't die, he gets mad and punches your house. What the heck? It's one of those random. It seems like one of those really random games. Okay, this should mean that the rocket's finished. Now with nothing but a handful of blueberries and a stupid look on his face, he sets out to look for shelter, burning with a realization that none of this had to happen had he had listened.
Neptune 1 rocket online.
Nice. Okay, so base. Base here. I want to have dark green base. Stripe 1 is going to probably be a light green. There we go. And stripe number 2. like a yellow. Name. White. And what are we gonna name this thing? What makes Maynard's work? He has weak arms and all that handsome, so I don't know what's all the fuss about, but nonetheless, this will haunt him till the day he ends his life. Oh god. Wow, that's hilarious. Let's see here. Okay. Ah. Accidentally moved the microphone. Okay. Johnny one. Nice. Let's go with that. This is the Johnny one. All the old retired cupcake people. No napping. Seriously, what were those developers on? And why weren't they sharing? This is weird. That's just crazy. Okay, so we need to get our hands on some
Welcome aboard, Captain.
titanium. 5. So we can build ourselves. What we need to do is we need to build ourselves a power plant down there. I'm gonna grab myself one of the table coral samples. They're on something good. They probably were. Oh my god. Let's see. Here. Okay, we got all that. Also make ourselves gold, table coral sample, a thing of copper, right there, one copper, we get table coral sample, we have gold in the back of our prawn suit. That way we can make a radio and a fabricator down there, which I'll probably go through the chamber, the hatchery chamber thing. Probably didn't need 2, but bringing 2 anyway. Funny, there's like pretty much tried to tell the story and make it happen and funny, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go over here. We're gonna take the other portal, and that will drop us pretty much where we need to be. I'll drop us right in the middle of the large alien building. That will pretty much give us a shortcut right to the base that we're building down there. On a giraffe with a bunch of balloons? What? That's just way too random of a game. Just way too random. Let's start to choke. Die. Oh my god. What the heck? Pit People sounds like a very random game. Sounds like very random. I think the story sounds like something they just threw together and said, well, screw it. Sounds like something that should be a part of a Saturday morning cartoon story, you know? There's just completely just no sense of direction when it comes to the story. It's just kind of like whatever. Almost like a story by dartboard, where they just have a whole bunch of things on a dartboard somewhere and they just kind of it ties into battle block a bit. Yeah. Sounds like one of those games where there's no sense of the story. It just kind of whatever. Yeah, totally. It makes no sense with these elves. Oh boy. Come on. Good God. Wherever that program is in the background, stop it. It's a waypoint mechanic? Huh. Interesting. It'd probably make a lot more sense if I actually, paid attention to it. I think I've seen like a couple of people play Pit People, and I immediately looked at it and went, oh, so this is just a turn-based RPG. And I just never thought much into it. My VOD's gonna be all screwed up because of the stream being shut down due to Windows. I want to get to this other portal over here. So, not this cube, it's the other cube. Oh my God, game. Well, the good thing is that tomorrow it should be all over. I'm hoping. At least that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that tomorrow the computer will have calmed down and then we won't have this problem anymore. Oh well. Come on. This is kind of like a loading screen, not a loading screen. Okay. Get ourselves out of here. Try and get ourselves up this way. Part of it. Get ourselves up to this platform. Here we go. Give me. There we go. Where's the? Probably over here. Right here. Yes. Right here. Hey. There. Sweet. We can't boost up to that spot. As much as I would like to. Like there's something up there. Who's up there? Okay, doesn't look like there's anything up here. Charge. I'm gonna actually try and get up here. I want to see what's up here. Oh shit! Really? You're not gonna give me this this small little tank thing? On top, on the pillar, on the pillar. There we go. No, give me. I want. I gotta let me. I almost want to like build something so I could catapult off of it. That spot is the normal exit from the pool in case you can't get out jumping. Ah, okay. It's the normal exit from... Huh. Interesting. Okay, let's go and build ourselves a generator. Okay, he's there. We need to go this way. Just need to make ourselves a generator down here. And apparently it's just 70 degrees, so I can probably just drop this thing wherever. Probably don't have to go and drop this near a lava pit. Yeah, why not? There we go. Drop it like right there. There we go. Okay, we got power here. Nice, nice,
Power
nice.
restored. All primary systems
Grab some
online.
gold here. Go inside. Make a fabricator real quick.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Oh, 1 titanium. Really? Missing 1 titanium. 2 titanium if I want to make the... Yep. Sucks. I don't have any titanium. No, all I have is gold in the back of this thing. Okay. I'm not gonna find a vein of titanium down here. Oh, that was poor planning on my part. I don't think I've ever seen a titanium vein down here. I see a whole bunch of kyanite down here. Oh well. Maybe one of the portals will bring me to a titanium vein. Which... I'm just gonna guess here. I'll pick a direction and go. I don't need many. I don't really have to do this. It's my sense of completion. I want a sense of, yeah, it's a proper base. It's got a radio, it's got a fabricator. rather than just making an empty shell with a power source. That's, you know, not exactly a... It's not exactly something I need. This location, again. Go away. This is that location that's got, you know, those two, they're stuck in here because they can't leave. And they're flying, they're not even swimming anymore. This is island. Let's see. Any titanium within range of this. Very, very silent right here. Okay, I might be able to get some titanium straight off of this thing. Yeah, there's one. Scrap here. I don't have a fabricator, so I can't turn that into... Well, actually, second thought. I have one titanium on me. I could use that to make a fabricator and then turn the scrap into the other part. Into... Yeah, that'll work.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
That will actually work. Because I only need one titanium for the fabricator. Okay. But before we end this run, which will probably take us maybe by 2 more streams, is I want to be able to make a base in the dead zone, which is on the other side of the Aurora. I want to make a base in the dunes, where all the Reaper Leviathans are. Those two I know for a fact I want to be able to make a base in each of those zones. Mostly because they seem to be the most difficult zones to make a base in, due to the dangers. Because both the dead zone and the dunes have Reapers all over them. This base I'm just building because I want to make a base at the lowest part of the map. Which, yeah, I know the pool where the hatching happens is probably the lowest part of the base, but that one's just way too simple because nothing can attack me there. I want to make a base in pretty much all the dangerous zones. Oh, not that. That one, yes. And I consider this spot right here pretty dangerous with that sea dragon sitting out here. But after pretty much avoiding many of his shots, he doesn't seem to be very accurate. I think the only way you could die to him is if you're not paying attention. Now, Reaper Leviathan, on the other hand, you can definitely die fairly easy, even if you are paying attention to where he is. I'm gonna have to prepare here. We don't lose a prawn suit. Also, if you're new here, welcome. This playthrough has been pretty much a a Cyclops-free zone. When I first started this playthrough, one goal I gave myself is I wanted to make a base. I wanted to make a base in pretty much every single major zone. We've almost done it. And also, in this playthrough, I wanted to not use. I did not want to use Cyclops to get around. That's something that I feel like pretty much everybody's done. Everybody's pretty much. That's pretty much what people do when they first get the Cyclops. They get the Cyclops and load up everything in it. That's pretty much how they. Okay. Planter. This will give us pretty much the bare minimum of what constitutes as a base. Source of food, the ability to construct things, and a radio. And, you know, if we wanted to go even further, we could put a water filtration option in that base too. But we don't exactly need one here because Hell's Passage, which is the next closest base, has one already. I mean, it has a full farm and a water filtration, so not needed. Okay, let's get out of here. And we have a rocket built, so we can leave. We can end this run at any time. But now we have to figure out where we're going to build our next base. We could either do the dead zone or the dunes. I'm kind of leaning towards probably the dune.
Seek fluid into
Mostly because I just want to give
vital signs.
a final
Stabilizing.
screw you to the Reaper Leviathan. Do that portal. Okay, is that mineable? No, that's just a rock. Okay. That. Whoa. We've got a lot of bases. Ridiculous. And it's awesome. Ridiculous and awesome. Because we have a base. We have a base at pretty much every single entrance. So, Deep Cave 1, that's got a base over there. We've got a base over at Cave 1. So each of the deep caves that goes into the lowest part of... Okay, that's just the barrel of the gun and dipping in the water. So each of the three entrances that goes into the cave system, we have a base parked right in them or near them. Also got a base located in the very center of the world where our life pod is. We've got a base currently in the crag. Snowy's base. We got a base pretty much near the ship and in a mushroom biome. We got Pride's base, located right by the main island where the gun is. So, I feel like the only two biomes that we have not made a base in is the dunes and the dead zone. Which have their own hurdles. One is the dune, we have to get past 8 Reaper Leviathans. 8 of them. Yeah. Not exactly the safest spot to build a base, but it's going to be awesome when we do, because when we put windows on that baby, we're going to look out and just be surrounded by Reapers. It's going to be awesome. Okay, I sold myself on it. Yeah, we're gonna start making a base in the dunes. Fuck it, that's what we're doing. No, you can't change my mind. We're doing it. Johnny won. Any guesses on why I chose Johnny? Okay, time's up. Johnny Appleseed. Johnny won. It had to have been an Apple reference. Either Apple reference or a cider reference or something like that. Johnny Appleseed. Okay. We'll get back to base. And we're going to figure out also how to best make our way to the dunes. What means of transportation would be safest to get out there and not have to worry about being completely destroyed. Now, what I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to replace the thermal module on the prawn suit and replace it with the armor, because we're not going to find places to get thermal reactions so that we could charge our battery. So what we'll do is we're going to have to just switch that out, because it's not going to have any use for us right now when we're building the base. Plus we're going to have the ability to come back here and recharge it. Back to main base. Gold. Gonna have to repair it a little bit. Skill. Oh, I think it's fully recharged. I mean, fully repaired.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Yeah, it is. Back up.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Drop off all the gold. We're gonna have to go out there with a ton of lead and a bunch of lead and titanium. I plan on making this thing a lot bigger than just two buildings. Way bigger than 2 multi-purpose rooms. In fact, what I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to make it a center column with 4 multi-purpose rooms on it, so it almost make it look like a rocket ship that's on the seabed. How high we're gonna make sure. almost. Enough for a beginning. Let's just get a ourselves a claim on the spot. Get ready, people. We might die. Death is probably gonna happen. Wrong button. Better get prepared for that. Eat first. Okay. Use your
Vital signs stabilizing.
water. Drop the that off. Don't need you yet. Anything else we can drop off? We don't need the flares. The fire extinguisher. I haven't used the pathing tool all game, even though it's a really cool device. I haven't used it. It's kind of sad, really. It's a cool device. It allows you to kind of just find your way out of caves, but we haven't had a reason to go that deep into caves. Okay, off we go. Let's go claim a location in the dune. Oh, I had a moment of realization. How am I gonna find my way back to it once I've claimed it? We need a beacon. Just realized we need a beacon. There we go. The last thing I want to do is go out and try and find the base and get mauled to death by creepers while I'm out there. Okay. Okay, we're armored up. We got full health, full battery. Keep my boosting to a minimum. We have a backup battery on board in case we need it. Here we go. Off to the dunes. I think the most dangerous spot in the entire game. Come on. What did I get stuck on? Here we go. As they said in Jurassic Park, hold on to your butts. My base is actually pretty damn close to where the dunes are located. Ooh, here we go. Yeah, right down here, over in this direction. Used to give up this spot to the Reapers. I refuse. Spot. Tender, yeah. Why'd you have to use that kind of music, game? We're gonna stick to the ground as much as we can. That way, they can only come at us from one direction. Got stuck on something. Okay, I see thermal vents around here. That's good. Behold, ladies and gentlemen, the dunes. Now, what we need to do, we need to find a location that is deep enough in the dunes. Small. Also, a spot where we can have a power source of some kind. Right there is pretty good. Technically, we're still on the edge of it, so. Right here, you can see that is the going into this very cautiously. I see one. Saw that movement over there. Supposed to be like 8 of them around here. Now there's a spot that's directly in the center of the dunes. If there's a There's supposed to be a spot directly in the center of the dunes where there's a wreck. So we'll know we're in the center if we see the wreck. Just grabbing more titanium so I can build more buildings out here. I've got the space for it. Oh, hi there. There's one. I see him. Hey, back off. Hey, no. I think that goes towards the Grand Reef. Okay. Hey, buddy. Reaper Leviathan right there. One of them. I see that, and I'm like, is that Grand Reef over there? That's the Grand Reef over there. I don't want to be on the edge of the Grand Reef. Hey, buddy. Hey, dude. Yay. Caught on something. Ooh. Ooh. Perfect. Now I know I'm in the dunes. Them. Hey guys. How's it going, buddies?
Damage to plant life on the seafloor suggests this may be the migration path of a huge, bottom-dwelling life form.
Nice. Okay, that's the edge of the world. Right there. Okay. This is like the furthest out we can go, I guess. Hey, get off me. Right here? I think right here looks good. Yeah. Right here looks really good. We got them and them. Oh, there's a wreck somewhere. Really, really, really far out. I mean, our main base is probably, it looks like a 1,300 away. We got a nice little Reaper Leviathan on our doorstep. There. And he walks towards it. Probably want to go. Doesn't mean I have to go closer to death, but see how close we can get to death. I wonder how he will react to the prawn suit. He dives. There's a thermal vent right there. Ooh, hi. Who are you? Ooh, this screams a base right here. Stephen Hawkins, yeah, Stephen Hawkins died. I think right here. I got thermal vents here, so we can have thermal power. Right around here sounds good. I like this. This is a good spot. First off, we gotta get out of the prawn suit. Okay. Yeah, I'm hesitating. I really am. Okay. It's the hot bar here. That's a yeah. Stephen Hawking's dying, but you know, to be real, kind of expected. Right there, right here. To drop you right here so we know how to get back. Reaper base. Yeah, he did have his hand in a lot of things. I mean, the guy pretty much was involved in a lot of major scientific majorly scientific whatchamacallit, studies. Oh god. I didn't die. Excuse me. Pardon me. Where are you? There you are. Hi. How's that? How's it going? Hey, buddy. Oh. Run!
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Oh. Okay. Surprise. He knows I'm here. Okay. We are gonna have to get out of here soon. We can't be here forever. Not like we can be down below. Just wanted to get my oxygen back. Okay. We got one multi-purpose room. Gotta make another one. I need to make 4 rooms attached to this one center one. A little bit closer here. Hi. Dirk. Purpose room here. Damn it. Can't. What about this side? There it is. Okay. And go on this side though. I have to move this thing forward. I have to move this thing. Move the multi-purpose room. Okay. Okay. don't want to do that. Under this one right here. Deconstruct the other one. I need to move this out one. Keep on doing that. Right here. Deconstructing. Constructing. Go. Constructing. One. Moving out one more. So that will have the space. I see you. Barely see though. Work with me here. There. Go away. Hands falling asleep. Oh man. Trying to bring blood back to my fingers here. Really? Come on, game. Whoosh it. Yeah. Hi. Hey, how's it going? Trying to get it to where I can build on all four sides of it. Whole point. Whole point of this whole exercise right. There you go. Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. Right here. Hopefully this gives me enough room to be able to get one on both sides. All four sides. What I want. This is what I want. Give it to me. There we go. That side. And the other side. Clearly enough room over here. Oh, yeah, they're done. Shit. Hi. Reaper. This side. On that side. You on? Side. Work with me here, game. Work with me, not against me. Really there. He wants to play hide and seek. I don't want to play hide and seek. I don't like hide and seek. Hide and seek is bad. Okay. Hey, jerk. I know what you're trying to do. I don't appreciate what you're trying to do. Okay, what I need to do now is I need to find myself more titanium. Go away. Yeah, Warper, do something about this guy, could you? It's times like these I wish, why am I doing this? Gonna build a base here. Gonna happen. Hi. Hey, how's it going? How you doing? What, you're not gonna protect me? Please. When you know they're not hunting you, they're not too bad. You know they're not hunting you, they're not bad. Cells Reaper base. I'm gonna need to make a hatch. Just wanted to grab a little bit. Not a huge amount, just a little bit. Just so we can make a hatch. Get ourselves to the back of our... Grab all this titanium we can. Grab a couple of those. Make a hatch. Here comes the best part. Okay. We got the major parts on it. Do here. Hatch on this side. Get on board. Build right on top of the center. Nope.
Warning, emergency power only. Oxygen production offline.
Here. Nope. Nice.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Sweet. Okay. So we've got the pretty much the basics of the base down. We need power. We need a fabricator out here. We have to figure out how to get ourselves back out of here. Preferably get ourselves out of here and not get picked up by jerk here. Off of me. No. Bad. Go away. Go away. No. Go away. I think he can pick me up and shake me around. Or cause damage to me. But I'm guessing it's a lot easier for him to grab the sea moth rather than the prawn suit. silver ore right here. The dunes is a very large zone. There's a southern part and a northern part. The entirety of the dunes has, well, reapers all over the place. Get ourselves the materials to make ourselves a power source down there. There's plenty of quartz all over the place, so we're going to be able to make ourselves windows, which I do plan on making them. I'll make several windows so we can look out at the Reapers, kind of just swarming our base. Reaper base. All alone, all in its lonesome right out there. But the two very important things we need to build out there is power. We need to make power, and we need to make fabricator. He tried to grab onto me. He did. Apparently hitting him in the face like that probably immediately ended that. I don't know if that's going to work every time, but it worked that time. Go and park ourselves really quick. I said we're gonna park ourselves quick.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Yeah, I figured. Get these there we go. Okay. I'm tired, but I got a bunch of energy. I don't know why that's. I think it's boils down to mental exhaustion. Probably mental exhaustion. You become, mentally tired due to either stress or something else. Stuff and things. Not bad. Okay. Okay, I got 5 titanium, 2 magnetite, aerogel. So I need a total of 6. Fine. 6. This, grab the aerogel. $1,500 things like, yeah. Pretty much how it can go. Yeah.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Eat. Go. Up you. Go. we'll get our health back. I have to make food out there too. I'm gonna get myself another thing of titanium. I think we have a coral sample somewhere nearby. There's one. Okay. Okay, we have all that. Just need a total of 6 titanium. And that will allow us to make a power source and a fabricator out there. I think with the time change to maybe get tired with it, yeah. Probably a large part of it. When your body is just not used to like time change or you're concentrating a lot on like events, it can mentally tire you out. Where the hell? I'm trying to get like at least 1 titanium. All I need, 1 titanium. Well, we'll grab one of the scraps on the way. We'll grab a scrap. All we really need to do is get ourselves set up with a fabricator over there and a power source and take care of everything else over there. Is there room in the spaceship for food? No. It's all the spaceship really is an end to the run. That's really it. That's all it is. It really doesn't have any purpose other than that. All that really happens is you start up the spaceship, it starts a cinematic, and then that's the end of the run. Which once we do that, once we get to that point, we'll actually just save the game. We'll save the game so that we can return to this should we want to. Be able to like showcase like end game equipment and all that stuff and how many bases we have. Make you load up some type of something. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. One thing I do know is that I've heard of that they're gonna be coming out with a DLC for the game where you are gonna be surviving in a glacial environment. So the idea is like you're underneath essentially surviving underneath glaciers and all that. Straight to the base.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Right back into the prawn suit. He escapes. That's all that really happens. He just escapes. You know, he cures himself and escapes. The end. Like I said, I'm not in a huge hurry to get to the end of the game. Not much happens after you you escape. It just kind of just ends. And then you do it all over again, but this time same but different kind of Dragon Ball Z. Pretty much how it is you end the game and you find yourself having to that's what I was trying. Power source. Power source, power source, power source. Power source! Give me power source. Power. There we go. There you go. The game. Really? Which one was closer? That one was closer. Okay. Do I really have to go tear down just to get to the closer one? Okay. Well, then in the DLC, he crashes on a plaza that's frozen. No, how the DLC is going to work is what they've been saying is that you're going to start the game as a different character. So the character you're playing right now escapes. He's gone. Gone forever. The DLC is going to be a different character, but you're in the polar ice cap of this same planet. So you're going to be playing as a completely different character. Same planet, different location on planet. That's how the DLC is gonna work. Whether it's going to be a good DLC or a bad DLC, up for debate. It's fairly new in its development. Oh, hi. Oh, hi there. You go away. Could you go and attack something else? Thank you. Trying to figure out what he's doing. Doesn't seem to be very interested in me right now. Come on. Come on. There. Oh, I saw it go green for a second there. You could do the same planet with the same character. They could. They're not gonna. Because then they would have to change the... They would have to change the storyline. Wow, game. Wow. I gotta go and get myself gold. That should be it. That should totally be within range. That way they can continue to build on this character and whatnot. Maybe link back to the Sea Down Road somehow. Eh, maybe. I mean, they would have to completely change the story. Which would mean people who have old saves that have completed it would have to completely start over. Would have to, you know, go back to the saves right before they launched it. And then, I don't know. And have it to where the player crashes rather than escapes. Really? It's not gonna let me go? There we go. Actually grabbed onto me that time. apparently I have to be up in the air boosting for him to grab on. Maybe the cure didn't really cure it. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure how they could change it. Without, you know, making it a little bit more confusing than it needs to be. Because, let's be honest, the character we're playing really has no character development at all. He's a blank slate. I mean, the guy is just a blank face. He has no story. He just kind of is there as to represent the player. I mean, all we really can do is just kind of, you know, guess at what his backstory is. Add from current game. If it's a new character, a whole different game. Yeah, probably. Which isn't bad. I mean, there's nothing bad with having a brand new character with a different storyline. I mean, the idea that I've been seeing is that the idea is you're a completely different survivor of the Aurora, and you somehow get kicked off, majorly off course from the rest of the life pods, and end up in a completely different part of the planet. At least that's what they're hinting at. Which means survival is completely different. Gold here. Trying to find gold here. Gold hat. Iridium. Gold. There we go. We've all assumed he's the actual captain. Yeah. We've all assumed we know who this character is, and I mean, we could all be just dead wrong. For all we know, this could be just a regular passenger. Just someone else. For all we know, we could probably get a completely different outcome than the main story. We found our gold. Just need to head back here. Find ourselves a little bit of titanium. That should allow us to be able to make the power node. We're gonna have to drop a couple of power nodes around and hopefully have it connect to our base. Hinting what the actual player was. Yeah, I'm quite sure they could. They could come up with a way to put it somewhere in the game saying what your main character was. You know, if it was the captain or if it was just a member of the crew. I'm quite sure they might put into the game a moment where the new character from the DLC looks up and sees a rocket leaving the planet. Like, so seeing your first character, you know, flying off to safety while you're stuck on the planet. I could see that happening. It turns out he's a complete dick, right? Yeah, we won't know for sure until after the release of the DLC what they have in mind. Hopefully they don't go down the path of, like, I don't know, saying that somehow you're like a twin. Like, you're the twin of the main character. You have to get over there somehow. Yeah. And I think the easiest way would be for them just to have it to where they change the intro, and rather than taking off and escaping, you crash. But then they'd have to explain why he crashed. Like, what shot him down? What did he hit? Did he incorrectly build the rocket? Did the rocket not have enough fuel and then it just kind of fell out of orbit? Then there's also the question of how did he survive the crash? Should do something different now. You're playing a path of what they should do, right? There's plenty of things that they shouldn't do. For me, the idea that he re-crashes on the same planet but in a different area just can't. To me, it just seems like a cop-out. It just seems like something that you would do if you had no other ideas, no other good ideas. You can reconnect the area to a new location, but change the environment. Yeah, it definitely makes it feel like a copy paste. Definitely does.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Which I hope they. Part of me hopes that they don't do the whole. If you go over here, it brings you to a new area. Like, oh, then that just feels like they just kind of duct taped it onto the side of the world. Like, well, how in the world you're able to get past there? Get over there. It's like kilometers away. They want to make a recrash at the same time passing guy, but not all rusted and crap. Maybe. Grab some. There's some water. Grab some water. Yeah, it's just what they can do with the game is just, it's kind of on the fence, quote unquote. There's a lot of really easy ways they can mess it. A lot of easy ways they can mess it up. DLC with an alternative ending? Maybe. Gate. Yeah, it's not really a wow factor, I know. The only way I can think that the DLC would work is if they make it essentially a completely separate playthrough, to where at the main menu you can say play game or play DLC. Is it more like they did? I spent $5 or 20. I don't know. I don't know how much they're gonna charge for this DLC. Hopefully they don't, you know, go too expensive. Because Subnautica was already, what? I want to say it was a full price game. I don't think I paid $60 for this. Maybe I did. Been a while. Yeah, it's probably going to be simultaneous. It's going to probably be something that happens at the same time as your main character. It was probably like 30, yeah. It's probably like 30 bucks. Around there. Still at 25. Yeah, what I got for 25 bucks isn't bad. We definitely got a lot of hours of gameplay. We got many hours of gameplay out of this game. Wait, that... Excuse me? That's a... Open capsule. The end of an era. Time capsule received. We're getting time capsules. That's the thing that people... Yeah, there's another one here. This is the stuff that people... I think this is stuff that people leave behind. A gel sack and a thermal blade. And a stasis rifle. Thanks, game. Oh, I drop you. Okay, I'm not gonna pick up those things. Those are things left by other players. Someone found them at the start of the game. Yeah. I got a thermal blade. Drop. And a stasis rifle. I got diamonds. A gel sack. Lovely. Careful here. There's the arrow. Wait! Okay, we're up and running.
Power restored. All primary systems online.
Nice!
Welcome
Okay.
aboard, Captain.
I got 4 of them ion batteries. 4 iron batteries and temp mod. Nice. Gel sack. Exactly. Cool. Okay. Here's the center part. You set up right here. Fabricator. Probably want to make a bunch of glass. That way we can make ourselves put it in wall lockers here. Nope. Got no more titanium. I have to get more. There's a bunch of crystals, quartz around here. man, the amount of risk you would have to do just to get those capsules, just to come out here and be surrounded by Reaper Leviathans. If this is where they all drop, that's a man. Which I gotta think about where I'm gonna. I gotta figure out what my picture is gonna be for my time capsule. I gotta figure that out. I'm probably gonna make it to where it's a Reaper Leviathan with a base, with my base. Probably what I'm gonna do. That's. Someone said that those ion batteries got was at start escape pod, so maybe it's a bug. Bunch of dead fish, right? Probably do that. Bunch of dead fish. First off, make a bunch of these and make glass windows. Get myself some lithium to strengthen up the base. I'm gonna start up here for our windows. Okay, our structure's getting a little weak, so we're gonna have to deal with that. Drop off all the gold here. Drop the diamond. Okay. Lithium. Need lithium. One thing I am gonna do probably in my pod is I'm probably gonna drop things that are actually useful. Probably what I'm gonna do. Titanium and lithium. Which, you know, at the very beginning of the game, a stasis rifle would be very useful. Look, another capsule. I hear you. I don't like I can hear you, but I hear you. I feel like he has moved. It just sounds like he had moved. Not in the same spot anymore. For lithium. There's our base. Lithium. As you rush a sea moth. I don't want to spend time on batteries. Yeah, I could probably drop a couple of those. Like an ion battery or two. Or the ion crystals. You could probably have the ion crystals themselves. Here's a wreckage. Oh, hi there. Look at that, we're like right by this arch thing. I'm not seeing anything. Just wreckage. annoying. Where in the world would I find lithium around? Other than just going back to the main base and grabbing. Leave some leftover ion cubes. Yeah, probably. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. Probably the best one. The best thing would probably be the ion batteries. I think that would probably be the best ever thing that you could drop in someone's lap. Is just the ion batteries. You know? That'd probably be like the best thing you could ever drop in the lap of a new player. Just gonna go down here. Fine. Not seeing anything. So dark down. Wouldn't mind. Thank you. Where is the... I know I'm close to one of my bases. Here somewhere. Copper. Hi, jerk. Over here. Ooh, a reinforced suit. Can I get a reinforced suit in one of those things? Sure I can. I'm not 100% sure on that. That'd be awesome, actually. Give someone a reinforced suit straight off the bat. Now called Ren. Wasn't for PvP, the survival would be quite nice. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Probably lithium somewhere. Nickel. Ah, lithium. Right. I learned from Ark that those games are a strong community and tier based. I don't get the time to keep watching my stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I don't... Ark seems like a game that would take a long time. It is on my wish list. Eventually I'm gonna get my hands on it. Get my hands on Ark, but $60 for a game is kind of steep. Kind of steep for me right now. For a game, it's kind of my budget. As soon as you log off, people just wipe everything. Yeah. That's why if I were ever to play Ark, I'd want to play it single player. If that was an option. If it wasn't, then it's probably going to be not an option for a game to play. For me. I got it back when it was 20. But it was like $20 at one time. Man. Grab as much as I can for titanium and lithium, and that should allow me to add some reinforcement onto the base. Sheriff, let's get ourselves out of here to the base we were currently working on. But the good thing is that we've built a base in the dunes, surrounded by a Reaper, multiple Reapers, which Earth should be included. LC was promised to be included for those who buy it. Oh, really? Here's that. We just need to go up. If we can. Hopefully we can. Hopefully we can go up from here. Maybe, possibly. This is where the crack in the earth is. But $16, 60 bucks, it will be included. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm quite sure people who paid $20 don't really care. Yeah, that's right. Ark is also on the Xbox. Is there like cross-platform? So do people on the Xbox play with people on the PC? Or is it like everybody's kind of like in their own little sandbox? They get special dinos on it? Base. It's crossed now? Okay. Grab all that. These. Okay. Reinforce the base.
Welcome aboard,
So we can
Captain.
build up. Because we were down to like, you know, full strength of 1. %, but it works. The whole alpha tribe and beta tribes, I think Xbox, wait, Ark? Yeah, probably. That's what happens sometimes, I feel, when it comes to certain games, is that if you have an entire player base that is really hostile to new players, then it could pretty much kill a game. Windows. Okay, so we can look out our window here. Nice. Nice. I want to make an indoor grow bed. If I can. Otherwise, on PvE people, you can get A's who ruin spawn or dino spawn. PvP, there was a time that the Koreans were going server to server, player killing everything and everyone. Oh man. Yeah, you probably get a bunch of very. I mean, that's something that Minecraft did and still has a problem with. It's people who just go around destroying people's work. Which is unfortunate. That's why probably the best servers are always private servers. I'd say single player is the best option. Yeah. Yeah, if I were to play Ark, single player would pretty much be where I'd go. That way I can learn the game. Windows here. The space. The setup of the space was difficult, but now that I have the base all pretty much figured out, it's become a lot easier. Okay. Yes, mother. Okay. Window. This way. Probably right here. For the sake of, having windows. We don't need them, but we're gonna have them. Also makes it look cool on me. Makes it look cool on the outside. I can't get past. Hey, I can't get over to there. Oh, that sucks. Put one in the center. Let's see if I can put one in the center. Should be able to. Yeah, I can. Good. Sweet. Then I can get over to here and actually make some windows. Okay. Out of glass. So, like our main base got torn down, ultimately ruined the game, my experience, because all I had to do was log on. But rounds to your bases, even though they're like 100 meters apart. Yeah, I could see that ruining the game, where you have to constantly check on your bases, make sure that they haven't been destroyed by another player. I see that being a huge problem. And be very tedious. Having to go to each and every base and make sure that they haven't been messed with. I'm gonna get back to main base. Mostly so that we can eat. Because we don't have food set up over here. Ooh, he went right over my head. Kind of just made a little circle there. He definitely was after my face. Just need to get ourselves back up this hill here. One thing I've noticed about the prawn suit after using it for so much is that it doesn't do well against hills. It takes forever to get up a steep hill, if at all. But yeah, when it comes to other survival games, Ark is kind of really going to be at the bottom of the list. There are other survival games, primarily indie survival games, that I want to go and try out. I wouldn't consider Ark to be a AAA, but it's a very close AAA title. Like for instance, I want to play it. I want to play The Forest. That's a survival game I want to go play. And then there's a couple of other ones that are in early access that most people don't know exist. Ideally I want to be able to have one game that is well known and one game that's not so well known. In hopes I kind of create a little bit of cross-pollination, you know? Like, I didn't know this game existed. It's like, yeah, go play it. It was like $30 now, I wouldn't care. Yeah. Empty storage, okay.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Water, we eat. There we go. Okay. Food at this new base. Grab it. Yeah. Then we have to go and make a base over in Dead Zone. What kind of base it's gonna look like, I'm not sure. But I haven't really spent any time in Dead Zone, so I don't know what I'm in for. But that one is out there now. It's a part of. It's probably near the center of the dunes. Probably somewhat near the center of the dunes. Center of the dunes. Because the top part is probably over there. So the top part is over somewhere. Over there, somewhere over there. Okay. I don't think I have to build another base. So probably gonna get myself a bunch of stuff to grow over there. That way we can finish the stream with food being grown. Oh, wait. I'm just gonna wait for it to charge, so I don't run out of battery power on the way there. Grab a battery because we had to use one for the rocket ship. 96 is fine. Okay, make our way back. Grab titanium along the way. Make myself a little grow bed. Depending on how many we find, we'll probably make multiple grow beds. Tomorrow will be pretty much. From what I'm seeing, we've got one more base we have to make, and then we end our run. Unless we can think of another base to build. Pretty much got the dead zone, and that's it. And we get into the rocket ship and leave. Then we'll begin, and then the next time we play, and then after that, then we'll play a hardcore version of the game. See if we can complete a run. Get yourself cured to make a rocket ship and get the hell out of here on hardcore. There's our friend. How you do, friend?
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Oh, there's two of them here. Keep on track here. Not get distracted too much. Whoa! Hi. Eric. Not get too far off a track, because we could get run into a very bad time. Yeah, we see the shadows of the Reaper Leviathans right on our ass.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Yep. No. I pressed you. Thank you. Nope. Here. We're dropping. This is gonna be where our grow beds are. There it is. And there we go. Great. Awesome. Okay, Reaper base is up and running. Got food? Reaper base? What? Why? Because I wanted. This is in the middle of the dunes. The dunes is surrounded by 8 Reaper Leviathans. And we have 2 of them right over there. So, yeah. But I wanted to make a base to prove a point that I own this planet. No Reaper Leviathan is going to keep me from making a base wherever the heck I want. But we have the beginnings of a very massive base here, as you can see. We have food. We don't have water yet, but we have a base. I did it. It's here. Damn it. I'm making a base in the Reaper zone. Damn it. We still have to make a base over in the dead zone. That is the next base project. But once we get that done, then we will have no reason to have this run continue. After that, we are going to move on to a new run where it's going to be hardcore. So we have the rocket built. We just need to make one more base, and then we're out of here. We're outie. Audi 5000. We're gone. Another playthrough. There's a lot of scrap here. I'm just gonna say that. Like, there is a lot of scrap all over the place. So, making a base in the dead zone. Yeah, makes sense. Of course. Yeah, because there's nothing out there. So we're gonna put something out there. Also, it'll give us the ability to see if it's even worth going to the dead zone. Is it even worth going to the dead zone, building a base there? Find out. Grow beds. Swear to God, I'm not OCD. It's just I'm maximizing the amount of space I have up here. Because this is where my grow bed is. All my grow beds are going to be up here. Yep. Wait. On single player for ARC, you can do co-op multiplayer, but there is like a 500-meter range. Ah, okay. So you can't go more than 500. You can't go more than 150 meters away from the other player. Gotcha. Yeah, there's nothing really in the space yet, but I wanted to make something big enough to where that actually says screw you to the Reapers. But anyway, I'm gonna have to get out of here. I gotta go to work. Thank you all for hanging out with me today. Tomorrow we're gonna be playing Subnautica again. We're gonna be making another base over in the dead zone, and then we're gonna be finishing our run. So were you a master of Subnautica? You know what the other survival games compared to this? I would say this game is probably a little bit easier than a lot of the survival games I played. The Long Dark was actually harder than this. But for a survival experience where you're just going through a story, it's actually pretty good. I'd say it's worth the money. Now, if you're gonna go play the game once through as fast as you can, you're probably not gonna get as many hours. I got pretty much, I want to say 30 hours of gameplay. But it's the only game that's underwater. Yeah, as Pride said, it's the only game that's underwater survival. So it's kind of in its own little category. Once more games come out that involve being underwater, then maybe they can do it better. Not quite sure, but we'll find out. Anyway, I gotta go work. I'll see y'all later. Hope to see you tomorrow when we make another difficult base to build. And then Friday is going to be more Fade to Silence. So we're going to try and get further than that. So I will see y'all later. Peace.